Students, today we are going to see Model 3, Chapter 4, Solid Waste and Agriculture Refuse. Introduction. Waste is wealth, key issues. In this Solid Waste and Agriculture Refuse, the chapter consists of waste is wealth, incinerators, process of incineration, pyrolysis, process of pyrolysis, aerobic digestion, recycling, bioenergy conversion. And key issues in the solid waste agriculture refuse: waste recovery management, advantages and disadvantages of waste recycling, and sources and types of the waste, recycling of plastics. These are the things we are going to see today. So, introduction part. While talking about the introduction part, now the waste is always been a negative side of the economy. If you talk about the waste, industrial waste, domestic waste, food waste, plastic materials, papers, everything is coming under this waste. Disposal of solid waste is a stinging and widespread problem in both urban and rural areas of the many developed countries. That is, the solid waste collections disposal is the major problem. Collection and disposal, even in cities or in rural areas, urban areas also, the panchayat or the municipality or the corporation people, they are collecting those waste materials from the houses, solid wastes. That will be either a paper, or it may be some kind of food, or it may be some plastics, or it may be some kind of waste. Either if it is a reusable, in the sense it has to be recycled, or if it is not able to, in the sense it has to be disposed by burning. So if you have come across in this the corporations or municipality or the village panchayat people, they will collect this waste and dispose it in one place, and they will burn it. Instead of that, we can use this one for the proper way to, in order to recycling the thing. If it is a food waste, in the sense, then we can use it for the biomass production or biogas production. If it is a waste, in the sense, we can go with the biomass production. But if it is a plastics, in the sense, we can go with the recycling, and based upon the thickness of the material. If it is the paper also, we can go with that. So that we are going to see in this solid waste and agriculture refuses. So the valorization of the food organic waste is the one of the important thing in the world. It is the biggest challenge for the both the small cities and large cities. Incineration also, that is landfilling, incineration, composting, and how we are handling the waste is the need of mature technology for the waste disposals. So most of the organic solid wastes are there. It is increasing every year, dramatically it is increasing. Most of this organic solid waste composed of agriculture waste, household waste, human animal waste. So it has to be handled properly by using some incinerated or pyrolysis process as an animal feed, or it may be for land agriculture purpose also, we can use it, that waste, from the waste to some fertilizer. So here the waste is always be a negative side of the economy. In production and consumption, the wasteful matters always available in energy activity system, that is rejected as useless. So harmful things that can damage the entire environment. Waste, in the sense, we are not only saying that industrial waste. It is also called as garbage waste, rubbish and refuses, medical waste. They are throwing. That's all. That has to, that has to be properly disposed and it has to be properly handled. So the social task of the waste management is to minimize the effect or completely get rid of it. The traditional way of waste removal is nothing but carrying that from the household or the other kind of thing. From there we are collecting. That means the people will collect and put it in the dustbin and it will be dispatched through the one common area. There they will burn it. Dumping and burning. What will happen in the sense nearby area will be polluted. Nearby residential area will be polluted. And even environment also get polluted. So the availability of the free places for dumping waste near future or associated environmental problems are created. So we are planning to go with the new way for efficient waste utilization and environmental production. For example, landfill sites are the significant cause for the global warming and source of groundwater pollution, methane emission. These are all the things will happen in the environmental effects. So we are going with the incinerators, which also produce hazards. Their emission of acid gases and mercury toxins, furans are very harmful to this thing. So we are talking about the here. This diagram shows here the waste materials are dumped into the collection by some vehicles. Then it is given to the treatment for segregation. After that, it is given to the gasification purpose. Then it is used for the gasification if it is a solid or liquid or the food product based or agriculture based waste. Then it is given for the generation of electricity and remaining can be used for the production of fertilizers for the agricultures. Like that we can go with the thing. Recycling is required. So wealth, waste is wealth. How we are making the waste into wealth, money. All the waste and waste management concepts are now changing slowly. We are focused to modify all the resources from waste to wealth or trash to cash. We used to say that trash to cash, waste to wealth. So, three basic things that are changing the waste into dynamic and fast changing and economic sectors. The transformation presents a new choice and opportunities, provides the lesson and the pointers for the industrial, social, environmental policy in the landscape. We have for some following driving force for this waste to wealth or trash to cash. Growing concern about the hazards of the waste disposal. Second point, broad environment concern, especially global warming and resource depletion. So economic opportunities are created by new waste regulations and technological innovations. That's only many projects are evolved in the that is smart dustbin and the dustbin is used to segregate the various kinds of materials, that is thickness of the plastic material, paper, solid waste, dry waste, wet waste, like that. Many innovations are involved in this. So economic opportunities are created in this waste regulations. Fuel shortages today is a widely occurring. So from the agriculture, we can convert the agriculture waste into fuels or the fuel again the agriculture waste into agriculture crops. So there is a great proportion of fuels started thinking about the fuels can be produced from the agriculture crop. There are three main concepts have been introduced for converting the waste material to usable energy, with the main concern of minimizing the environmental damages. What are the damages in the sense? Heat energy generation, bioenergy generation, eco modification through the recycling, fuel and energy generation from forest and agriculture and municipal waste. Heat energy generation. The waste is used as a supplemental boiler. Boiler fuel and heat energy is obtained by direct combustion of the waste. That means directly we are burning the waste. Then we are getting the heat energy. Bioenergy conversion. So here what we are doing in the sense, the food waste materials are dumped into the one particular boiler or a tank for 3 days or 4 days without sunlight is falling onto this. During that time what will happen means the fermentation, when gas will be formed, that is nothing but methane gas. With the help of methane gas also we can, if the methane gas is going to the chemical reaction, we can separate the hydrogen. With the methane gas we can go with the burning of the, that methane gas can be used for burning the burning gas. It is used as a burning gas. So biological methane generates a potential of energy resources recovery. Eco modification through this recycling, improved and efficient design process and products which reduces the health hazards, increases the resource productivity. That means we are talking about the recycling of material, recycling of energy, and the fuel which is lengthening their lifespan. Fuel and energy generation, in order to cope up with the fuel and energy shortage, all wastes are considered as a raw resources for converting them into improved fuel solids.